There's another deer straight ahead. Just keeping one eye on me as he eats. Oh, two deer. God, I'm blind. How did I miss that second one? How you two doing? I know. Sorry. Don't worry. I'm going away. You're good. They hide behind the trees. I can't see you. Oh, a third deer hiding in the brush. Under there. Well, have fun, you guys. So I sat down here with maybe a mile to go to Crystal Lake, where, gosh, I hope I don't rest and I hope I keep going. Also, look at that lovely sky. Man, the Central Valley's air looks awful. One hopes that's dust. Tried to get a signal, but I couldn't. Anyhow, I was looking over this way and I just noticed right in the center here, that's the Chihuahua Mine, according to the map. Who knows how long it's been since that's mined, but I was looking down here and I saw right center here. Clearly it's been set up by people. One wonders, you know, I'm sure it's at least 50 years since that's been worked. Rocks just sit there. Anyhow. I wish I could get more motivated about this trip. Yeah. I keep wanting to call this Mineral King Peak, but this is Mineral Peak. That'll be the first destination of the day. I'm just walking around this little bump and then I'll go up to the saddle up there and then cross a pass on the other side. But here at Crystal Lake, on the map it says Concrete Dam, and obviously there's a dam and a spillway. God, it's so weird to see that in a federal wilderness. I mean, I know mining was going on here in the 60s or something into the 1930s or 40s, but gosh, it's still weird to see this kind of stuff here. Oh, it says 1911 on that cement right there. So I guess this lake isn't real. It's pretty weird. It's a kind of human-made lake up here. Or maybe it is real. And it's just, I don't know. Maybe they emptied it somehow until it drains to that point. Also, God, look at this water. That's amazing. Anyway, my pass was probably just like right there. So pretty easy. God, gotta get myself in gear here. Temptation to turn around is pretty high. All right, so I just got to the pass after leaving Mineral Peak and Crystal Lake down there on the left. Although I came at kind of a crappy spot since kind of vertical, but whatever. So that's the Amphitheater Lake. That's Sawtooth Peak, and you can't see the summit. Needham Mountain, I think, right there center. Yeah, I was gonna maybe go to this lake here between my poles, but no. This seems like a good place to stop. I don't even know if I'm gonna hike anymore today. Although, God, these peaks are, it seems like I could knock out at least one of these the rest of the day. Although I'm gonna go down to the lake and relax. And then what my plan is whatever I don't do today, which will be a lot, I'll finish this stuff up tomorrow, including this over here, I think on the left, right there. And then eventually I walk down into that, he's dropped down quite a bit to Big Arroyo and then go up again to the Chagoopa Plateau. So we'll see. Just keep committing myself further and further. I didn't really get any video of my camp, so here's my camp. Got some food that's rehydrated, some pasta, about 20 minutes on that. All my well, all of them, some of my registers. Food in the bear canister. Keep the bears out. Just patched, before I came here, I patched my sleeping pad. I fixed one hole. God, I hope there's only one. I'm trying to keep my tent from blowing away. And then there's the amphitheater lake. So as you can see, the sky cleared up for the most part. I mean, I guess over there a little darker, but there was tons of thunder and lightning. And now I was like, well, I guess I could have kept going to Needham. Oh well. Early day, it's all good. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm listening to a book on Chernobyl. I think it's called Midnight at Chernobyl. So I'm going to keep listening to that. And while I have my dinner. Oh, I've got my solar stove charging here too. That's kind of exciting. From the power of the sun. How are we doing here? 49%. I charged up my phone like 15%, and you know, the time it took me to cook my food. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm just gonna eat and listen to Midnight Chernobyl, and then I guess go take a bath or go swim. I think I can deal with it. It's a little cool, but whatever. So I've almost dropped all the way down. I'm now below 10,000 feet. I was up at, well, 12 at one point, but now like, I think I dropped from like 11.6. Anyway, my plan, so my camp is over there somewhere. My plan, and this is Rainbow right in the center, I think. What I'm gonna do is, because I'm greedy and overestimate my ability even now as I walk at less than 1 mile an hour, average over the course of the day, I'm gonna go up here, there's a little lake up there, and look around and figure out either go up this ridge or up maybe there, but that's probably unrealistic, so probably up that ridge, and I will be unavoidably compelled to find the summit of that. And then there's a summit of the one in the center. It doesn't have prominence, but it's in Secor's book, so why not? And then walk over to Rainbow. And then I think it's this. Well, actually that's the back part of that, just behind the tree. I don't know if it's visible, but the summit is back there. But that, walking along it shouldn't be too bad, right? The other side is less rough than this side, so I'm hoping that traversing this ridge, it'll be really just walking on a slope. If it's not, I've probably just screwed myself. That's okay. My camp is set up. I mean, if I don't have time to repair my sleeping pad, I'll just reinflate it every few hours. It's all good. It's not like I got anywhere else to be. This is Soda Creek. The water, I'm guessing, largely comes from Amphitheater Lake, but there's another tarn that drains into it. And then where I'm going also drains into it. That's out of view. But I don't know, there's something about running water, which is cool. Oh well, no time to linger. I had meant to come up this chute here, but I couldn't see the contours on the map, or that chute. And in the forest, I came up what I thought was that chute, but now I realized I came up higher than it. That was a lot of work I didn't have to expend. Oh well. So my plan then is to get some water from the lake there and then just go up to that. Although, God, part of that looks miserably loose. Hopefully it's not, but it is, I can already tell. Hopefully it's not as steep as it looks. That's slightly concerning, but we'll see. I mean, the other option is just that terrible slog up that, which will go, but that's going to be like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I'm at an unnamed lake just below rainbow. That's a rainbow back there behind the trees. So, well, first, gosh, just look at this. This is the second sandy bottom lake. These are just so nice. Well, this one's below the tree line, or just right at it. So it's a bit more picturesque. But my options, I can go up here to this peak that has no prominence, then to this other peak that has no prominence, but Secor names it, and then to Rainbow. Or I could just go probably maybe up here and straight to Rainbow. I did realize there's a trail directly on the other side of this that passes just a few hundred feet below. And if I ever come back to get those other peaks, because I don't think I'm going to do them this trip, I would take that trail, which means I'd pass these again. So it's probably smarter just to go straight to Rainbow in the interest of time. Although I'm going to go down here, get some water, and soak my feet. Gosh, it's so pretty. That's such a cool blue. Or green, or whatever color that is. We'll see. Just scared a little snake. I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh, I felt kind of bad. I don't want to scare it again, but I'm going to. Oh, there's its tail. Oh, it just slipped. Yeah, there it is. There it goes. It's right along the border there. God, I wish I could remember my snakes, but I can't. Where'd it go? There it is. Hey, I can't figure out what it is. Oh well, it's probably enough terrorizing it. Sorry, little guy. Keep up the good work. It actually reminds me, the last trip I went, the very first lake I went into, I was wading through it, and all of a sudden, right next to me, I saw a snake just tearing away from me. I was like, ah! Through the water. And I'm glad it was only like that size. So, and it was not poisonous because it wasn't a rattlesnake, so that was good. Anyhow, time for me to wade in. I love this water. God, another one. I mean, granted there's big rocks here, but that's a pretty sandy bottom. So I'm below. These are these no-name peaks, no prominence. I'm just gonna go through here, and then, although I can't see it, the map tells me it will be a nice smooth slope up to Rainbow. We'll see if that's true. All right, so that's the path up to Rainbow, pretty easy. So I'll just cruise up that. You know, I know this ridge doesn't look good, but the other side is probably easy, but whatever. I'll try another day. So I have 2.5 hours to get back to my camp if I stay on my arbitrary schedule. But about 4 hours of daylight, so I'll make it in daylight, I think. I just hope I make it enough time with the sun to dry my, what do you call that thing? Sleeping pad, so I can try to patch it. So hopefully it stops deflating during the night. Here on Rainbow, I just wanted to get a shot of Needham and the other two peaks I did today. What a silly choice to try to do these two in the same day. They're on a completely other side of the valley. So I gotta drop about 600 feet, although it doesn't look that far, but it is. And then I guess go back up, tag that, and go back down. I was looking to hopefully I could like go across the shoulder or something, but the other side looks kind of steep, so I think I'm sort of stuck with this. I have no idea when I'm gonna get back. Oh well, I think it'll still be light. But man, I'm going slow. It's pretty here though. It's good. Fortunately, I don't know what most of these are, except I know that big one here in center right now, and that's Florence. At least I think it is. And there's the trail here at Franklin Pass. It's visible right there. See, if I were smart, I would have just waited and done that, then done this peak from that trail, because the trail takes me almost all the way up, then I could have just walked over. But no, I didn't do that. Alright, this looks like a nice solid climb. I can't wait for it. This traverse from Rainbow's kind of sucked. I can't really, let me see. It's not really visible. It's just constant playing around on ledges. And I remember there was a time when this would bother me, but now I feel like I could sleep on these things. But still, you know, right up there, it does thin out a bit. Almost past them. Then, I guess an ascending traverse across sand to that. Definitely not getting back at 6. Hopefully I'll be back by 7. If not, I'll be back by 8. Oh well. Not only did that traverse kind of suck, that's from Rainbow, I just realized if I'd stayed directly on top of it, it would have been a hell of a lot easier. Oh well. Also, if I were smart, what I would have done is just come straight from that lake, walked up this nice easy slope, gone to that peak there, and then gone back to my camp. Oh well. Really not looking forward to sleeping on that deflating sleeping pad. Oh well. On the plus side, maybe 30 minutes to get there, maybe. So I'm almost there. I don't think I'm quite gonna make my half-hour goal, but whatever. Anyway, this is the ridge I'll descend. Although I think what I'll do is I'll drop down on the sand right here, go around there, through there, and then just right over to the lake, and then loop around back to my camp. So at least getting back shouldn't be bad. That's nice, and I'm very close, so that's done a bit to lift my spirits. All right, last peak. So there's Florence, the center there. It's Mineral King Valley. It's not super obvious, but this is the trail I came up yesterday. It's there somewhere. I can't. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can get right above my finger. So that was Mineral Peak, the first peak I did yesterday. Then there's Sawtooth. I passed over that notch in the center. And then now it's just about a mile as the crow flies to my camp, which is straight down there. Oh, in the background, there's Needham, the first peak I did today. Oh, it's just a mile. If I were rested and this were flat, I could cruise it in 6 minutes easy. I'll be lucky if I can get there in an hour. So my camp is just somewhere like right in that little flat area. It's so tempting to just sit here, but I'm burning daylight. I gotta go eat, and I think the chances of repairing there's no way I can repair my sleeping pad. It's not gonna dry in time, so maybe tomorrow. I guess what I'll do, the plan then, will be to head down either around back there or this way, but down into this valley, pick up a trail that then takes me down to Big Arroyo, and I drop a whole lot of feet before going back up to, I don't even know how high, probably as high as I'm currently camped, and maybe higher. Good times. All right, plan for the day. So I'm leaving, I can't see it anymore, but I'm leaving Amphitheater Lake. I'm gonna join up with the trail down here and go into the Big Arroyo, and then go out of the Big Arroyo up into the Chagoopa Plateau. And then I'll probably do nothing else. So let's see how it goes. I know I usually just take video from peaks, but sometimes I'm down below the tree line. And I think there'll be a lot of that today. I think once I drop into the Big Arroyo, it opens up. But then assuming I make it back up to the Chagoopa Plateau, it's just another big tree-filled plateau, I think. So lots of shade today. And what's nice, mosquitoes seem to be gone. I think I've dealt with like 2 so far. So that's cool. Because otherwise, usually when I'm in environments like this, I get mobbed, at least earlier in the year. I'm just still walking towards the Franklin Pass Trail, but I came across this little meadow and I thought it was pretty. So I think, well, I don't think. So that was the third peak I did yesterday right there. Then I came down, shoot, I think like right here. So, and then the train over here is pretty easy. Just walking along the edge of this, but it's super pretty. So I'm just marching down. I don't know if the canyon has a name, but it's next to Soda Creek, so let's call it Soda Creek Canyon. And there's Kaweah again, right there. I was going to try to do, I'm not exactly sure where the summit is, but there's two peaks along this ridge. I think this first one, somewhere near where it's centered, is a P1K. But not gonna happen this trip. But I've just been marching through here. It's really nice, although quite sadly, I've been going 2 hours. I've gone about 2.5 miles, and I just took a break walking downhill on a trail. Well, only for the last mile. And it's about 3 more miles that way to Big Arroyo. So it looks like it's about 8,000 feet. So I started at 11, go down to 8, and then finish at 11 again. It's gonna be kind of a bummer, because getting out, whereas going down is really gradual, going up is gonna be steep. I still have another 700 feet or so to drop. I'm just looking at the other side of Big Arroyo. Oh man, I don't want to go up that. The urge to turn around is so strong. Just if like not even a half mile up there, I could go out the Lost Canyon Trail right over Sawtooth. I could be back in my car today. So I've stopped to filter water again. I'm finally now in the Big Arroyo. I don't know how, that white balance is all screwed up. But, so I decided, I haven't turned around yet, but, and I got down in here, and I'm trying to tell myself the way, like forward, the way to get back to my car is go forward, like there's a circle I gotta complete, so I'm trying to go around it. I don't know if I have the energy to keep doing these peaks though. I was thinking maybe I'll turn this into something more like truly exploratory. Well, for me, I've wanted to go over Kaweah Pass for a long time, and I wanted to camp at Kaweah Lake, although I have no idea why I ever would. Maybe now's the time. So I just gotta get out of this fucking Big Arroyo. It's so deep. The hill looks so intimidating. Every time I can see it through the trees, and I don't feel calm. Well, I can do it, but it's like 14 or 1,500 feet. I'm not looking forward to it. All right, so this is the path I'm gonna try to take. Just go across there. It doesn't look too bad. It's not sandy, I don't think. But I'm a little worried about some of the slabs higher up. And there's actually, so over here there's a cliff band, and I think there's a break in it, like right there. I'm not 100% sure. Because God, if I get all the way up there and then can't get over the cliff band, that's gonna be a shame. Anyhow, it's now, let's see what time it is, so I can figure out how long it takes me to get up there. 11:12 a.m. Let's see if I can do it in 2 hours. Usually I'd say an hour, but because this should just be like a university pass, but I'm just dead. Well, this was eye-opening. As you can see, there's a rattlesnake there in the center. It wasn't very aware of me. I just looked down and said, oh goodness, and started backing up. And then when I said, oh goodness, out loud, it did semi-coiled and rattled a few times. I've always expected more from them. A lot of brushy terrain I gotta get through here. Good times. Anyhow, I'll be going around this guy. I'm just taking a break here to tend to some wounds on my feet. You're gonna see my feet aren't looking that good. But there's the Kaweahs. I'd originally intended to try to traverse them if I felt good, but I don't really feel good right now, so it's kind of a bummer to get all the way out here. Oh well, we'll see. Still fighting the urge to turn around, even though it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's just right up that canyon. I can still beat my car today. And so struggling up this. Although I think I just have a few hundred feet more. I haven't looked. Well, it's probably like 500 feet, but whatever. I think I'm in the worst of it, and I think I can make it through, so we'll see. Well, I think I'm done with the hard part. So that's kind of the edge of the steepness. There's a bit more up, but you can see from, you know, that tree, it obviously levels out. So there's the Kaweahs. Back through here is Red Spur. So my camp is over there somewhere, my proposed camp. Part of why I came up this way, even though it was god-awful, is I wanted to see Moraine Lake. And maybe take a detour to Parlor Meadow, even though it'll add probably 2 miles, which means an hour at the rate I'm going. But I wanted to see it, so I came straight up to it. So hopefully within 10 minutes or so I should be there. So this is Moraine Lake. It's bigger than I thought. It's curious. I don't know what this red, there's like this plant growing in it. Unusual. Also from high above, it's not really visible here, but kind of out somewhere there, it looked like it got shallower again. There's like almost an island in the center. That'd be cool to swim out to. Anyway, so I think, hopefully I don't screw myself, I'm gonna go this way a bit more towards Parlor Meadow just because I want to see it. And then I'll turn around. There's 2 different trail options I have to go back. There's a trail that goes straight to this lake, or the actual High Sierra Trail, which kind of just goes to the center of Chagoopa Plateau. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I just want to enjoy this view for a little bit, and then I'll walk on out of here towards Parlor Meadow. Also, I can see it's probably not visible, but there's some ducks swimming out there. I have no idea if they show up. That's kind of cool. Even up here, they find water. Actually, I don't know why they're here at all. How would they even migrating? I don't even know. Maybe they live here. 2 things I forgot. One, there was a Sierra Club, I think it was called like 3 Camps trip here, where they climbed a bunch of, well, they camped it, I think, in 3 different places, but one of the things they did is climb Big Kaweah from here. I don't know where they camped. I don't know, I have a write-up about it, but I can't remember if it says where in the lake. But also what I want to point out, those are the peaks I was on yesterday. The very back is Needham, and then that's the other 2. And then I just shot down the other side and back up. But kind of cool to see, because I was on top of those and looking at Moraine Lake, and now I'm here looking at those. And that's obviously the Kaweahs. So I'm still working my way around Moraine Lake. But what I thought was kind of cool is you can see there's been a fire here from these charred trees, but then look at all these juvenile trees. I had to walk around them because they were so thick. You can see once where the fire ends, they kind of thin out, and it's back to just adult trees. Much easier to walk through. This lake looks really shallow. Man, it'd be fun to swim in here. Oh, I want to camp here and just hang out. But instead, I'm going somewhere back there. Oh well. Just interrupted a deer that was grazing. It's looking at me. Sorry, guy. Or I guess girl, gal, female. Or I'm going away. Surprisingly calm for being this remote. I can see it's listening to me. It has big ears. Now, keep up the good work. I won't bother you. On through the deadfall. Well, I'm at Parlor Meadow. How about that? I mean, it probably added an hour to my trip, but I think it was worth it. It's so cool. This is the middle of the Chagoopa, no, not really in the middle of the Chagoopa Plateau, but in this huge, huge plateau of trees, there's this giant meadow. Also, Mount Whitney, Mount Kaweah. See if we can zoom in a bit. The east side just seems so close from here. I know I've already recorded this video, this meadow, but it's so cool. And the trails, I mean, it is nice to be on trails sometimes. Kind of cool that this path is cut right through here for me. And now I'm just circumnavigating the meadow to pick up a trail on the other side, which should take me back that way. Tired though, but that's been par for the course for this entire trip. I'm still just making my way around Parlor Meadow, but all this deadfall and the cut logs has me fairly worried about the cross country run we have to be doing. I imagined that this plateau would have terrain similar to what I was in this morning, where it's pretty easy to walk through. But this could be a nightmare. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do if it's this way. I'm gonna try to take the trail as far as I can, but at some point I do need to strike out north, because I actually need to go over there, even though I'm walking not the right way at the moment, because I want to take the trail to get through this awful deadfall. So this is I left the High Sierra Trail, and now I'm just walking up the Chagoopa Plateau. It's much like I imagined it, thankfully. Not like that blowdown area earlier. That said, this is the most gentle slope, and it's just destroying me. So worrisome. I don't know what's going on. Last time I felt so good. Even though I was like destroying myself, I still had energy. Whereas now, I just don't have energy. Some of my face screws up the white balance. I think it's the white balance on all these shots. This plateau is so cool. Let's see if I can get my face out of it. I feel like I'm walking in an island in the sky. It's so cool. So the Chagoopa Plateau just really changes terrain. It's now a giant boulder field. So I looked at where I'm trying to sleep from space, and I noticed I didn't mark a spot. Sometimes I try to pre-identify campsites. So unfortunately I don't remember what I saw. I'm really hoping I wasn't feeling excessively optimistic. The map shows it's pretty flat around there, but it's flat around here. There's boulders everywhere. This might be interesting. So I'm on what's marked as Chagoopa Plateau, all of 52 feet of prominence. Just this little hill. But it's on List of John, so why not? Anyway, that's Red Spur. And actually, I take that back. I think that's Red Spur. I think that might be unnamed. I'm not 100% sure of that. Oh, no. Let me try one more time. I think the back bit right there might be Red Spur. Suffice it to say, Red Spur's around here somewhere. That's definitely Mount Kaweah. My camp is somewhere in here. I don't know 100% where. And let's see. Oh wow, that's awesome. Hold on. How cool does this look? That's where it was just yesterday. There's Needham and then Sawtooth. God, it looks so dramatic from this angle. And then this canyon here is Lost Canyon, which goes out over Sawtooth Pass. Oh man, just further and further away from my car. So my ultimate plan then is to go not tomorrow, when I leave this place, to go over the pass there into the Kaweah Basin and do I don't know what, walk through it. So this is the site, or I've arrived at the lake below Red Spur and Big Kaweah. I've scouted out a spot over there. It's over two little hills, which is kind of inconvenient, but it's mostly flat. This lake's a lot bigger than I thought. Also, it has fish in it, which is shocking. How it got stocked is beyond me. I don't know if they were dropped from a plane. I always thought the fish were packed in like the 30s and 40s, but I can't. Why? Nobody comes here. I really am curious how many times in history this lake has been fished. All right, time to start setting up camp. Actually, I'm gonna scout one more site and then set up camp. Just come down to rinse off. I'm not sure I'm gonna swim totally because I have a bunch of burst blisters on my feet, so I'm a little worried about bacteria. So I might just rinse off with a towel. But there's so many fish in here. Let's see if I can have them show up. They're sort of visible. There's one. They're not very big, but there's just tons. I don't know if it shows up, but look at the surface. Yeah, it does show up. They're just going nuts right now. I think, well, that's hard to tell. Some of them look like definitely like rainbows. I don't know what that one is. But they're definitely thriving in this lake. No doubt about that. Well, I'm 1 hour into my day and I'm already taking a break. Always a good sign. I'm on my way to, let's show me. I'm on my way to, what is it, Big Kaweah, Mount Kaweah. And then I'm just going to traverse there east to Red Spur and hopefully resist the temptation to try to traverse west towards Black Kaweah. It's totally unrealistic today with my level of energy. But what's pretty cool up here is, let's see if I can see them here. I think that right there is Cirque. This is Anna Mills in the foreground, and that was a Sierra Challenge peak from the west side. Right there in the center, that's Alancha. That's the first Sierra Peak arson I did. I think that's Kern Mountain, Kern Point, I can't remember. And then just look at how big the Kern, I don't know what it's, canyon, basin is. Oh, there's Sky Parlor Meadow, and then right next to it, why can I not get it? Oh, it's zoomed at max. That's Moraine Lake again. But anyway, it's just so cool around here. And so I'm just going up this. It's about 3,000 feet of gain. Oh, not quite, maybe 2,800 feet of gain or something like that from my camp. But I think, yeah, I'll just go there and then walk around, then walk back. And hopefully it's a shorter day. And then I'll just, come back and visit the Kaweah, the rest of the peaks another day. Even though I could just walk along the easy ridge to second Kaweah, but then Bilko Pinnacle's right there. It's one of those things where I might do something dumb. So I'm gonna try really hard not to go that way. Trying to record these birds that are just soaring around. I don't think, oh, there's one. That's so cool. I lost it. Oh well, there's like 3 of them up here. Pretty cool. This pine tree is a fighter. I haven't seen anything. I've seen little, not shrub, like small, few-inch tall bushes. But look where the trees stop. It's quite a ways away. But this little guy fighting away. Pretty cool. So yeah, here's what the rest of them look like. They're just tiny and little clumps of grass. If I see another tree, I'll be surprised. Doing about 1 mile an hour today. Definitely not killing it. It's tempting to keep going. I'm on Mount Kaweah. I just want to go along the ridge, but I just don't have the energy. It's probably a stupid idea anyway. So let's see. This is so cool up here. Benchmark from 1956. So along the ridge, it's second Kaweah, and I think that's probably, oh god, what is the name? Like tabletop? So sad. I'm so fried. That's probably another reason not to do it. And we'll look off the edge here. So when I was originally planning this trip, I was looking from satellite to see if I could camp somewhere near that lake, and I figured there's no way I was going to find a spot. I'm glad I didn't try. That would have been uncomfortable. So my plan now is just to go along this ridge. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look awful. Down to the saddle here, where I'm going to cross tomorrow, and then go tag this unnamed peak here in the center, and then Red Spur over there in the back right there. And then originally I'd planned to camp just somewhere down in there tomorrow. Near, it's barely visible, there's lakes there. But I think instead, if I have the energy, once I get over this tomorrow, to go around there and then camp in that basin. Also from here I can see Kern Ridge. When I day hiked this from the east side from, that must be Shepherd Pass. So I came down there and did, God, what is it? I went to Milestone, couldn't even see it from here. Well, it comes out along this ridge, Kern Ridge. So I just did that entire ridge to here. Then I went down the opposite side of it, which was terrible. And that was a big day. Anyway, from here we can see, I mean, I assume that's probably Williamson. No, sorry, Tyndall with Williamson in the back. Wait, is that right? No, hold on. No. Tyndall here, Williamson, like Trojan and Barnard. There's Russell, Whitney, obviously, and that ridge again with Langley there. I think that might be Big Whitney Meadow, that meadow in the center. Launcha again, of course. Virus and I did. Sky Parlor Meadow and Moraine Lake. God, this is how big Kern Canyon is. Oh, and here we can see into the Big Arroyo, which is big, but not Kern Canyon big. And then the Central Valley, where lots and lots of food comes from. Water from the Sierra. I still could probably get out of here in one push. Yeah, it'll be hard, but I could get down to my stuff and just take the High Sierra Trail along here and then just out. But I'm gonna try to keep pushing, although I'm definitely hurting. What a great view. Since I can't resist pointing out more peaks, also I realized I said tabletop, but I meant square top, but I don't even think that was right. I think it's second Kaweah, then Red Kaweah, but whatever. But towards an area I know a bit better. So we've got, so that's Keith right in the center. And then now centered again, let's see if I can, right there, right below, right above the big diamond-shaped mesa, which is Diamond Mesa's junction. Which means, I think this centered one here with this long spine, that's Erickson. So that means, there's more stuff I don't know, but now centered right here above the mesa, the Kern Ridge, that little flat, that's Table. Like, there's like a crack looking thing. Anyway, going right to left. That's there's a huge drop there, obviously, and then there's Table. Now in the background, it's hard to see, but now centered again, that's Mount Goddard. Where is it? Hold on, let's see if I can, where's my scroll? Right in the center, that's Goddard. So cool. Oh, then this way. Here they are again, with Sawtooth centered, which I did, I think 2 days ago. And then there's Needham. Pretty cool. So I'm at the turn-off point. I realized now that I was totally mistaken. This is just nothing. But peering out just behind here is Black Kaweah. So I think this is probably second Kaweah right here. And then Red Kaweah, and then that might be that little knob. Maybe that's Square Top. I don't know. It all seems so close. Well, it is close. but I don't have the energy. Although my exit here looks kind of shitty. Like I'm kind of worried about gaps there and there because I can see all that sunlight right next to the shadow. I really hope that's not a cliff. Because once I get to this part, it looks not so bad. It's just this first part. Oh, hope it's solid. Anyway, time to go. Traversing a small, traversing this ledge. I don't know if that sound picks up, but my foot touched a rock that did what I'm afraid I will do if I slip, which is just shoot across the other rock and then set off this huge rock slide. That felt really good. Good times. Loving the Kaweahs. So I think this is going to work out. This is a little ridge I've been coming down. So I think it's not a cliff. So if I can get past this one, I just have one more. It's not super obvious, but there's another step to get through, but then it's just a ridge clean down. So cautiously optimistic. So I arrived at that lake a little bit below Mount Kaweah. So here's the Kaweahs again. I think finally now I can see where Square Top is. It's right there in the center. They're all so close, but I'm moving so slowly. I've been on the go for 5 hours and 43 minutes and I've gone 3.8 miles. I think this is my worst performance ever. Anyway, I'm gonna get some water right here and have lunch. And then try to finish these next two without getting back late. This is so sad. Also, theoretically, I'm coming over this pass tomorrow. Walking over this stuff with my pack, which is exceedingly heavy, seems like it's gonna suck. Oh well, we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may walk out if I keep going. I don't know, we'll see. This is rough, I gotta say, this is rough. So I'm just soaking my feet. So tired. My feet don't really hurt. I just have no energy. Anyway, that's the ridge I came down. Just sitting here, a little floating iceberg. I'm almost tempted to just turn around and go back to my camp right now. I'm going so slowly, but it seems like I'll be back there in an hour, but that's probably, maybe I'm overestimating, I have no idea. So I don't know what I'm gonna try to get up to Red Spur. But I'm so tired. I have no energy. I feel okay, but I have no, like last time I felt everything hurt, but I could keep going. Today, I feel like, or now, since I've started, since like 7 minutes in, I've just been like, I don't have energy. Bit of a shame. Pretty lake though. This is the kind of stuff when I'm on ridges like this, when you realize you've arrived, I don't know, how many thousands or tens of thousands of years too late. Before this rock got destroyed, some of these walls would be cool to climb. Anyway, here's the next objective, an unnamed peak. And the Red Spur is maybe that center one. We'll have to check. The entire world is talus. Well, I guess it's better than sand, but there's a sea of it. It's everywhere. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I made it to peak 49 in meters. This next one's Red Spur. I'm just looking at the Kaweahs here. Oh, it's such a shame this didn't happen. Oh, what's going on? Pretty cool looking. In the very back there's Black Kaweah. They're much more apparent now. That's got to be Square Top. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that's Square Top. So this is probably the second Kaweah that's bulk up pinnacle. Anyway, not today. So there's my path tomorrow. So here's where I'll return tonight, the lake. And then I'll just come up this, assuming I don't leave. This, and then go through the pass over there. And then into this basin, where I'll either camp, or if I have hopefully I have the energy, I'll camp at the next basin over that ridge. Next objective should be pretty easy to get to. There's only that little connecting part right before it that looks like it might, involve some thinking, but I'm guessing that'll be easy. That's what's perfect. And then from there, just down along here, and then right back down to the lake. Wherever the lake is. I can't even see it on here. Ah, there we go. Down to the camp right over there. Alright, let's do it. Okay, Red Spur actually looks like shit. Look at this. So Secor citing Jules Eichhorn says class 3 on a traverse from peak 40-49, which is where I was coming from, and then stay below the ridge on the southern side. Okay, this is the southern side. Stay below, like, does that mean traverse there? Or the southern, is this the ridge? Because man, that just looks like crap piled on top of crap. And I'm kind of worried what's on the opposite side of each of these. Although the traverse, God, that looks scary too. And he was with like 3 or 4 other people. What the hell? I have to think about this one. This traverse kind of sucks. I mean, I guess there's a class. It's not hard, it's just loose. Oh man, I haven't even come that far. Most of this hasn't actually been too bad. So like this ledge is easy. It's just I never know what's on the other side of these ribs. Plus I'm never really sure when these things are just gonna slide. And you don't have much time to catch yourself. Oh, tiring. I think this needs to be rated class 3L for loose. I'm so close. My salvation. I just got go there. And the map shows a nice slope on the other side. I hope to God that's true, because some of those pinnacles look kind of hard. Although it did say class 3. Oh, so close. Just one more rib, it looks like, right there. I hope that's it anyway. Done with this traverse. It took me something like an hour to go from there to get here. Plus maybe 45 minutes wasted trying to traverse on the north side. That was dumb. Anyway, hopefully that's not a full summit. Oh, hopefully these clouds don't get worse. I just noticed those. Ooh. Anyhow, for me, I'll tag the summit and then continue off there, and then I don't think I'll be back by 6. Oh, there's my lake. There's the lake I'm camped at. But whatever. I'll be back while it's light, I think. Unless there's another unforeseen mess that's not shown on the map. But I don't think so. I'm on the slope side now, so this should be good. It doesn't look like there's any more thin stuff. Oh, that was a bear. What a traverse. When I was trying out the north side, I traversed, well, you can't really see it and I don't want to go any closer to the edge, but I traversed all the way to this rib, and then I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get over. There could be 100 more of them. I could have just gone up that one to here. Oh man, that was like more than an hour and a half ago. Oh well, but I think the summit's just here. I don't think I need to go to those. They look lower. Hope to God they are. All right, I made it, finally. And I can see from here it does look pretty easy on that ridge. I mean, it's gonna be rocky and crappy, but as long as I don't twist an ankle. So it's about 5 p.m. A little later than I wanted to be here, but it's all good. Anyhow, just sharing the view from Red Spur. God, it's such a pretty lake. Like the color, at least. The surrounding may not be the most pretty. I have no idea if it picks up, but it's such a cool, like, so let's call it aquamarine. I don't know if that's the right color, but I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, God, I'm getting so close to Shepherd Pass now. Wait, am I right? Yeah, gosh. So here, yeah, it's Diamond Mesa, Tawny Point. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like right there. I should stop taking video of the exact same things, but man, it's just shocking to me how close Whitney is. And then Langley there. God, look right here. Guyot, Anna Mills. Those are all day hikes from the west side. There's Cirque and Alancha again. Man. It's this damn Kern Canyon that makes it so hard to cross. Anyhow, well, that and the fact that to drive, you cross all the way over, it's really hard to get to your car. But gosh, it's just, I always knew, I don't know, man. Well, I guess I am fairly deep. I'm sort of in the center. That's incredible, though. Oh man, I can see a trail there. That actually might be the High Sierra Trail. Like cutting across right there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be, because it's heading up towards Whitney. But I actually don't know where the High Sierra Trail goes. I just know it goes down here in the Kern Canyon, and then comes out of it. I want to stay up here and just keep looking around. It's so cool, but I gots to go. Oh man, there's Table again. All the Great Western Divide. So let's see. Oh, this must be, is it Brewer, I think, in the center? Huh. Oh man. All right, I gotta go. This is a pretty cool peak. Pretty cool view, I should say. Okay, I lied. One more, just 360. It's such a cool view. I feel like I'm in the center of the Sierra. Or at least this part of it. And it's like I see so much stuff I've done from the east side. God, then the Kern Canyon, it's so big. Alright. I gotta stop screwing around. Time to go. Well, what a view. I got off the ridge, although it got kind of steep at the end. The terrain, although bouldery, hasn't gone to complete shit yet. And the lake, just visible right there. So it's about 6:21. I think I can be there by 7. So I forgot how bad the boulders were. Hopefully on this side they're not, maybe it stays like this. If it stays like this, I should be there pretty quickly. Anyway, feeling good. Ah, it went to complete shit. It's nothing but boulder fields. Oh God. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not ideal. I have no idea if the audio will pick up, but somewhere below me, the headwaters of Chagoopa Creek, flowing from that lake I was at yesterday, where I refilled at the pass, where I'm headed now. This is the first time I've seen evidence that it's dropped below freezing at night. It hasn't where I've been, because I've been lower. And that does make me think maybe I should take my water filter into my sleeping bag, which I haven't been doing, because I don't want that to freeze. You can tell I'm out of breath. Anyway, there's the ridge that came down yesterday from Mount Kaweah. Getting closer to the pass. It's not here, obviously. It's on the other side of this. Still got to pass the lake. Just passed the lake a bit ago, and now I'm taking a break here at the pass. It's just left the Chagoopa Plateau. Partially, I've taken a break because I'm trying to get my head together before I go down this. Anytime I see it's hard to tell, but it's steep to begin with, and then when it drops off, I know it's even steeper. And I'm looking over there, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look very fun with a pack. I mean, I hope that cliff band isn't there. Otherwise, well, I don't know. Maybe I hope it's there. Then I just have to turn around. I don't know. But I assume I can get over it. Anyhow, assuming I get over this, I'll just continue through this basin. And like I said yesterday, around this into the other basin. And then depending on the time, I'll either camp in that basin or then cross over the next ridge and camp on the other side of that. Yeah. Got to get started on this going down here. Oh, I don't want to do it. Partially because I also don't want to come back up if I can't do it. Oh, what a bummer. But I'm sure it'll work, probably. Maybe. Well, I made it through the steep part. It wasn't actually bad at all. It was just loose. It's one of those things where a lot of the stuff, kind of everything moves, but whatever. Yeah, just documenting that it's not that bad. I'm guessing that pass is definitely easier going from Chagoopa Plateau to the Kaweah Basin than the other way around. And the hard part actually was getting through this band. Well, hard part. It was just a lot of rock, like delicately placed above other rock, like above slab, so that it tends to slide. But now I'm down here. Got running water and a nice basin, so I'm just going to keep walking through here. One, I guess, parting glimpse of the Kaweahs. Oh well, another time. It is a pretty enchanting ridge, I gotta say. Oh, Kaweahs. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm hoping to traverse along this ridge and then the one to the, just across the way. We'll see if that happens. What the fuck is this? Things that are man-made, human-made I should say, stick out so much out here. What the hell? Like, how does this... Is this like an aircraft part? How does this even get here? That's so weird. See if there's any manufacturer marks. I don't get it. It's like fall from the sky? This is the middle of nowhere. I don't think there's any mining in here. Like what, not in this canyon. What is this? That's so weird. This is the kind of stuff I wish I knew the story of whatever this is. Weird. So I'm just on the border here of the Kaweah Basin on this side, and I actually don't know if this has a name, but let's call it the Picket Creek, or Picket Guard Creek runs here, so let's call it the Picket Basin. And then the other side, the Kern Kaweah. Again, I don't know if it has a name, but that's the river, so let's call that the Kern Kaweah Basin. So my choices, I can get, this is Wildflower Pass. I can go over that, which is steep, it's class 2, steep talus on this side, and then I think it's a gentle slabs or something like that on the other side. That sounds appealing. Or my thought, so that's like a 12,000 foot pass. Picket Guard Peak's only 12,300. So I thought maybe I could go up here, catch the, I guess, shoot, what is that, East Ridge, I think? And then just walk up that, walk over the peak, walk along the ridge. It's about a mile, unfortunately, and then down the other side. It is now just short of noon. Seems like I could get the peak in, because then it was my plan tomorrow is just to go around this whole thing, and then if I could cut out, knock Picket out today, that'd be nice, because then I can just start probably at Wildflower Pass and save that mile. Maybe. Anyway, I'm tired. I am really tired. I'm still doing, look at this, how sad is this? Time, 5 hours and 16 minutes. Distance, 5.44 miles. I mean, granted, I have all my stuff with me. My pack, I'm guessing, is probably still over 40 pounds. Or, well, maybe high 30s. I mean, it probably is 40s, actually. I really don't know how much it is. I never weighed it. I was too afraid. But it was more than last time. Last time it was 50 when I started. Anyway, I'm going to have a little snack, and then I think probably go to Picket Guard. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see. I would like to finish a little early today, because every day I've tried to do it, I haven't done it. So here's Picket Creek. Oh, I can hear another jet. I don't know if that picks up. There's a lot of jets flying around here. You know, this is a different kind of creek. Check this out. It looks like, well, at least over here at least, I should say, much of the bottom is a slab. All the loose rock's been wiped away. That's pretty cool. Also, these planes, they're flying so fast that when I look at the direction the sound is coming from, they're already not there anymore. It's so cool. I don't know if they're going to China Lake or what their deal is, but there's quite a few of them. Anyway, so that's again Wildflower Pass. And then I just drew on a map. I think I can cross there tomorrow to get to, because my camp will actually be, at least theoretically, directly on the other side of that. We'll see. I tried to scope out a camping spot from space because it looked a little rocky. I really hope it works out. Closer to the ridge to Picket Guard, it actually looks kind of crappy to traverse my full pack. Oh well. All right, here's the view from Picket Guard. It's right in the center here. That's Kaweah Queen and Lawson. I'm gonna try to do those two tomorrow. Although that ridge looks on the way to Kaweah Queen from here on the left side looks kind of hard. I think there's just unnamed peaks. There's Centennial center frame there, which means Kaweah Pass goes over there somewhere. I don't think I'll pack over it. I may hike over it. I intend to camp down in this basin. I want to get back into Big Arroyo from here. I think it's Pants Pass. I'm not 100% sure. I need to make sure I know where that is before I try, because I don't want to screw that one up. Because this Pants Pass itself sounds bad, and if I pick the wrong one, that makes it sound even worse. Anyway, let's see. So Centennial, we see Milestone there in the center with a little point, and then this is just the, I don't know, Kern Ridge, because I think this is Kern Point, or well, I think it is. This is Kern Point right out here at the edge. I day hike, well, I think it was more than 24 hours, but I did this entire ridge from Milestone as a day hike from Shepherd Pass, and now it's just across the valley here with me 5 days in. Oh, and then, oops, wow, that shouldn't go too fast here. Then Russell and Morganson, Whitney right there. And then where I was yesterday, Red Spur. And then center frame, Mount Kaweah, and obviously the rest of the peaks. With Black Kaweah just barely peeking up there in the back, right there. All right, I think it's time to continue. So my plan is to continue along this ridge, and then when I get down to Wildflower Pass, just come down. Unfortunately, it comes down here, so I need to go around that, around the ridge. But the basin looks nice. Hopefully, so it should be somewhere flat, probably, hopefully. We'll see. Anyway, that's the plan. It's too bad the original isn't still here, but this is like a who's who of like at least what was copied in from the other register. Andy Smatka, Tom Ross. What else do I, names familiar? Jerry Keating, Barbara Lilly, Carl Heller. Super cool. So I arrived at Wildflower Pass. This is the Picket Guard, or Picket Creek side, which I don't know, the steep talus, that looks pretty moderate. And this is the, man, this is not what I was expecting when I read slabs. I mean, it'll go, well, obviously it'll go easily, but oh, I'd hoped for more. Anyway, so my plan is just to go down there and then around. I guess if I'm really optimistic, I could who cares? So let's go down and around. Well, that's camp, or proposed camp. It's pretty windy. That's going to be exposed. Oh well, hopefully I can figure out how to anchor my tent on the rock. That should be interesting. Oh, and I just felt a raindrop hit me. Awesome. Anyway, weather's looking good. All right, so here's my camp at this unnamed lake in, let's call it the Kern Kaweah Basin. Man, it's just raining on and off. That's like the weather's fine over the Owens Valley. That doesn't look very good, but I'm glad my tent is up. I'm a little worried this place might flood. if it rains hard enough, but I don't think it will. I can use my Garmin to check the weather, which I probably should have been doing. I'm gonna do that, but first I'm gonna get some water because I'm thirsty, and I'm gonna cook dinner. But I'm so happy I have the tent up, it's staked. I have rocks over the stakes. I don't think it'll blow away. And the lake's only maybe like 100 yards away. Although I have to say that place is pretty exposed. Like the wind's gonna whip just right through there, but whatever, that's what the rocks are for. Whew, glad I got that done. I just checked the weather on the Garmin Mini. It says there's a 0% chance of rain. How is that? Although it is getting less, that's nice. But I am now trapped in my tent. Well, those look like raindrops. Sounds like rain. But okay. Well, it also sounds like it's stopping. That's nice. It's really kind of coming down quite a bit earlier. So this is an improvement. Alright, this is going to be the first peak of the day. I'm picking up the ridge. Let's see if I can actually do all that I intend. Robert told me there's some class 5 on it, which slightly concerns me. But he also said don't worry about it. But he said that I have a lot of stuff I can't do. So we'll see how it goes. I'm on the ridge on the way to Lawson. Oh man, this is the kind of stuff, it's fun while it's easy like this, but each of these, like, I wonder, like, how big is the notch? How straight down? Because that can get real hard real quick, but hopefully it goes, otherwise that would be a bummer. So this ridge turned out to be pretty, like, just plain fun. It's not quite a sidewalk in the sky, but maybe a boulevard. It's pretty wide. There were really no notches. I mean, I guess there could be one right there, but I feel good. So I think, you know, now it's just walk up that, and of course I have to get down that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then some of this stuff kind of worries me, as does that, as does those little pinnacles, but whatever, so far so good. At least I can get to Lawson. I just made it to Lawson Peak, or almost, but you can tell someone spent the night here. I hope it was a good one. And it's a pretty good spot, but the fact that they had to build a wind shelter makes me wonder how windy it was. Anyway, there's Black Kaweah, and I'm so fried, I don't even remember which of those two are. So yeah, this ridge right here, I'm a little worried about it, these parts of it, but we'll see. We shall see. Lawson has a pretty good view, I have to say. So this is the 9 Lakes Basin. Pants Pass is somewhere over here. I think that's Triple Divide Peak right there. So Robert and his girlfriend Angela, they were camped, I think, right there just a week or two ago. The Kaweah Gap, I think, is right down in here, somewhere in there, I think, because that's Eagle Scout Peak Center. And obviously Black Kaweah and the other stuff I showed earlier. So my plan eventually when I exit here is somewhere, you know, go over Pants Pass into 9 Lakes Basin here, and then drop into the Big Arroyo, and then go over Sawmill to get out, or Sawtooth. Oh, I'm killing it, aren't I? So on my way to Kaweah Queen, the basin I've been circumnavigating. I mean, this side's obviously steep, but this side's nice and gentle. So I've just been avoiding the pinnacles by walking around them on the right. Anyway, just giving some idea of what the traverse is like. So the traverse from Lawson to Kaweah Queen is actually pretty easy. Now, I'm curious about this one. I mean, this ridge, it looks mostly okay, although it's getting a little thin. We'll see. I guess it depends how loose stuff feels. And then there's that notch right there in the center that looks kind of... yeah, we'll find out. Well, the ridge is getting a little thin, but it's not too bad so far. And this is the ridge from Lawson to what, I guess, Just made it to Lawson Peak, or almost, but you could tell someone spent the night here. I hope it was a good one. It's a pretty good spot, but the fact that they had to build a wind shelter makes me wonder how windy it was. Anyway, there's Black Kaweah, and I'm so fried, I don't even remember which of those two are. So yeah, this ridge right here, I'm a little worried about it, at least parts of it, but we'll see. We shall see. Sorry, make that the ridge from Kaweah Queen to what Smatco called Starbrite, not Lawson. It seems like it, it shouldn't be that stressful, but this ridge is definitely starting to, that's my finger. This ridge has definitely gotten stressful. I think, well, assuming I can get to there, the worst case is I have to go down and around. And I think after that, it doesn't look so bad. There are a few issues I can see, but whatever. But this is probably one I won't be repeating. I made it to Starbrite Peak. I actually dropped off the ridge because I wasn't sure how much up and down there would be. So I kind of went down there and then came back up. That was probably pretty stupid. I think I was just tired from the other ridge. It was easy. So, oh well, that was kind of a waste of time. It also just started snowing. It's July 25th. It's snowing very, very lightly, but it's better than rain, I guess. But I kind of don't want this rock to get all slick. Anyway, my next plan is to go down here and then up there and then down this ridge, through there, over that pass, and back to the lake. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the sky, it doesn't look like it's gonna completely open up. Maybe, but it looks like it may actually rain. Kind of a bummer. This weather's great. I have no idea if it shows up, but there's snow flying. Well, sleet maybe. I don't know what it is. Just flying by me. I have a rain jacket, but I don't have rain pants. Oh well. Alright, I'm almost back to my camp. The rain has gone away. I'm dry again. Back in. Just wearing normal clothes. Sorry, just wearing normal clothes again. I have no idea if it shows up. But I had everything on for a little bit. Anyhow, my tent didn't blow away. That's nice. It's just, I have no idea if it's visible, but it's right between the two poles right there. So that's cool. I'm curious how my solar charger held up. I put it in a plastic bag, so I'm not sure if it actually will solar charge. And I'm hoping the bag didn't blow off. So, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm glad to be back. Just over 12 hours, it looks like. Somehow my big toe got infected on my left foot, so I'm packing up. Just because I'm worried about MRSA, since I've had that before. And it hurts if I touch it. It doesn't actually hurt that much to walk most of the time. I just can't press down with my big toe. So, darn it. I thought I actually might make it to the 10 days this time. I really wanted to do Triple Divide Peak too. It's so close. It's just on the other side of the canyon. But let's see, can I get it? No, not that anyone cares but me. But it's just right there. Oh well, but I'm gonna go out over Pants Pass, which is it might be that notch, it might be here. I don't know, it's definitely not that one. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting out of here. Just arriving at the top of Hands and Knees Pass for the first time, so I'm kind of curious what the other side is gonna look like. Let's see. So this is the 9 Lakes Basin. That doesn't look, well, of what I can see, that doesn't look bad at all. Awesome. All right, so the plan, so actually I think that's Kaweah Gap, I think, and that might be Precipice Lake right behind it. But my plan is just to go out here, pick up this High Sierra trail, then cross over the ridge at whenever the trail does. All right, this is the Big Arroyo, the Kaweah Gap right there. So I'm just gonna drop into this for, I'm not sure actually, a number of miles until I hit Double Patrol Cabin, and then take a trail on the right side, or the west side of it. So straight ahead is the Kaweah Gap. Just on the other side is Precipice Lake. The High Sierra Trail goes over that pass. So that means I should be able, somewhere near this lake's outlet, I assume I can pick up a trail. And then pretty much until the end, I mean, I could stay on trail all the way. But if I go over Hands and Knees Pass and Glacier Pass, although it's cross country, it should cut off a number of miles. So unless it's dark, I think that'll save me a lot of time. So I'm gonna try that. Anyway. There's, what's this? The Black Kaweah, possibly right there in the center, I think. Not 100% sure. Anyhow, I don't want to go. This finally, after such a tough go, I finally got into the trip, and then my toe got infected. What a bummer. Such a pretty place, though. Look at this. These windswept trees. Grass. What a great time of year. I should stabilize that, but what a cool valley. Too bad it gets lost in trees. That part, I'm not a big fan of that. But it's nice when there's little stands of them. And then there, let's see. Can I see Pants? Oh yes, Pants Pass is right there. That's the notch I came over. And then that's apparently Pisture Pants Pass, because the east side's a lot steeper. Look like packed dirt. There's got to be climbing routes on some of this. Look at this granite. That looks amazing. Here's the old Big Arroyo patrol cabin. I think even by the 1940s this was abandoned. I have no idea what they patrolled. Sheep, maybe? Anyway, kind of cool. Now the Kaweah Range from the other side, although Black Kaweah is a bit hidden behind the tree. Ah, there we go. Oh. That's pretty amazing looking. It's also beautiful. So I left the trail of Black Rock Pass. I'm now traversing over to Hands and Knees Pass or Cyclamen Pass. I'll go down from there to Spring Lake and up one more time to Glacier Pass and pick up the trail again and then walk back to my car. So we'll see how it goes. I'm curious what the other side of this looks like when the name is Hands and Knees. All right, so I made it to the top of Hands and Knees Pass. There's the Kaweahs again. Some of the little 5 lakes. I think that's a little 5 lakes, not big, I'm not sure. So my plan is to go down to Spring Lake, then up here, right over that, and then reconnect with the Sawtooth Trail. Why does someone's trouble with that? I think it's Sawtooth. That goes over on this side. I think that might be Columbine Lake. I think it actually goes over there, so I'm just going to cut off. I'm just going down here and going to reconnect because there's a huge switchback on the other side of this hill. All right, last path. Well, I got to get down, then go up one more time, and then it should be pretty easy to connect to the trail. So that'll be it for the cross country. Hopefully I can finish it before the afternoon storms come in. I just looked at this pass again in Mountain Peaks and Passes, and Secor said from his own experience it's actually faster to go to the Cyclamen Lake right there and then to Columbine, or at least it's faster the other direction. So what I'm going to do, rather than keep going all the way down, I'm just going to traverse over to Cyclamen and then walk up to Columbine and then pick up the Sawtooth Trail there. I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I made it to Cyclamen Lake. That was easy. So my very last slog is just going to be up this talus to, I guess, the slabs, assuming those are easy enough. And then as soon as I'm there, just drop down very slightly, and that's Columbine Lake, and that's where the Sawtooth Trail is. It looks kind of crappy But I know it's like, it's not very far at all. I think it's just mental. That rock just looks awful. But oh well, it's not far to go. And here's Columbine Lake. It only took me a little under 30 minutes to go over that pass. I'm just whining. All right. And there's the trail. It's a trail from here on out. All right, I made it to Sawtooth Pass. There's the cars. Cars are down there. To see if marmots chewed my car to bits. There's where I started, Mineral Peak in the center. The second peak I did, Sawtooth. And then on the second day, Needham. And then you can see out there, center, Big Kaweah, or Mount Kaweah. It's done about 15 miles so far. I don't know how many it is to the car, but it looks not that far. Although I know there's a lot of switchbacks. But it's about 4 p.m. and I intend to get this done. The world's most shallow switchbacks. It'd be nice if these were a little steeper so you get down faster. It's not that far as the crow flies to get back, but with switchbacks like this, gosh. Oh well. I can finally see cars. There's the parking lot, my car is there. I also saw, and I think I remember this from Bob's reports, the trail that's going just like along the upper trekking pole there. Why did I not take that trail? That's so much more direct. I think it's been abandoned, but if it still works, man, that would have been so much faster.